Lady. Panera, what up?
She said she wanna meet me, I might let her meet me. You gotta call me Otrace whenever you greet me. I like my bitches ratchet, like my bitches greedy. She said she wanna eat me, she say daddy feed me. Get on top and ride me like a Lamborghini. I'ma eat the kitty other like Linktr.ee. Honestly, that's if I'm off the hit it. Drip, drip, splash, Fiji. She said her name Chanel and she in love with Fendi. I told Chanel I'ma keep it offended. Once I get that pussy, I won't pay a penny. Don't take it personal, that's just a play in me. Yeah. I just got the call in this lady. You know I'm the man in my city. You drop it, splash. Fiji. Anything possible when you be sipping on Henny. Yeah. I make a call in this lady. You know I'm the man in my city. You drop it, splash. Fiji. We really running this shit, but you gotta believe me. I wanna reach a million, gotta reach a million. I be chasing Benji, I don't chase the Henny. She asked me could she see me when I touch the city. Let's meet me on cocky, yeah, you know it's litty. Let's switch it up. Hottest with them on my visa, I might go up on my features. No, I can't ease up. I got the green light from Jesus. He said the industry need us. I'ma turn them to believers. Shake the game like a Caesar. I just want the Velveeta. I'ma get him. Need to try to do is Derek Jeter. Keep going. Ride in a two-seater. It's just me and Miss Nina. Out looking for a eater. Turn your wife into a cheater. Drip, splash. Fiji. I make a call in this litty.
Boom. And we back. It's your boy Enigma September. This is the Enigmasept Hour podcast. We just heard my man Otrace with Fiji. I played it last week, but guess what? I like it so much I played it again. It is what it is. Anyway, thanks for any and everyone listening to this new updated Enigmasept Hour. If you haven't realized it yet, I'm not in my room anymore, or my living room, or my kitchen. No. Goldie Sound Studios. Coming live and direct on YouTube and Facebook. So, Nori hand claps. Nori hand claps. I need to stop looking at my laptop because I'm going to be tripped out all day. Anyway, before we get into it, man, let's give a big shout out to today's guest, my man Avèk La'mou. My little bro, homie, is super talented. Really blew my mind, this weekend. But we're going to get into that once we get here at the halfway mark. But just stay tuned, man. It's going to be pretty dope because it's my bro. Especially if you listen to me on the Underground Railroad, you already know what the vibe's going to be. Anyway, minus JC because he's trash. Anyway. The West Coast taking L's. We ain't got JC here. The LA Lakers got taken out of the playoffs. Kendrick dropped that. We'll get into that later. Anyway, before we get into it, I finally got some eyes on the live feed. So shouts out to my cousin Abe. I see you, my boy, over there fixing on computers and things. And my wife Felicia, who has her Insight meetup. What's it called, baby? You gotta let me know. The Insight meetup for a cookbook. We had to push it back, but I believe we're going live in June. She'll be doing her signing, so you guys stay tuned for that. I gotta brag, not only because it's my wife, but also too, I took the pictures in the book. You know what I mean? I give myself props. I'm a published photographer. All right. Matter of fact, I don't gotta do this podcast anymore. I'm done. Bye, Mikey. I'm out. Oh, so much ruckus. That just pissed Mikey off. He's like, bro, I just had you in this space so these pictures can come up properly. And then you move. Thanks a lot, guy. Thank you. I got a Parks. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm saying it because he's a producer and he's white too, and he's a young white. He's a younger white guy, so he's Parks. I have a Parks, and I got a great beard like Joe Budden. No, I look like Uncle Phil. Anyway, enough of the jokes. Plus, Mikey cooler than that, so let me stop. What we gonna get to? Oh, before we get into the shenanigans, which I've clearly already started. I want to do this. I meant to do this past Saturday. So I'm gonna do it today on the pod. So Tallahassee had its Word of the South Festival this past weekend. Shouts out to Tokyo Extraordinaire. She performed. If you watch the podcast, she's been here a few times. That's my little sis. And she did her thing. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend because I had some other arrangements. So it really, really broke my heart not to be there. But I know she did her thing because that's who she is. But also, I ran into a Tallahassee legend. That's the understatement. My man's DJ Demp. He was out there with the DJ Demp Foundation. They were doing, I believe, like a book drive for kids. Let me just read it. I'll read off his page. He said, "Today we had such an amazing time at the Word of South Literature and Music Festival. Met some amazing kids on Literature Lane while providing bullying prevention and awareness education. The kids got a chance to spin a prize wheel. I did too. I'm not a kid, but whatever. And answer questions about bullying. We gave out over 100 bully-proof boxes, books, and other prizes. It was such a great event. Thank you for everyone that stopped by the DJ Demp Foundation table. My man Demp was actually there doing his thing or whatever, and I told him I'll spotlight it. I wanted to spotlight it during the Underground Railroad, but again, had to make some money, so I couldn't get there. I take that back. That wasn't the case. I apologize. My bad. It wasn't because of money. It was because of other reasons. But anyway, but regardless, I told Demp I can give him a shout out. I'm super proud of him taking this initiative, amongst other things. And it just shows what hip hop can do for our community. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about having parties and having fun and wearing colorful T-shirts. Like, we can use the culture to transform our communities, and especially with bullying, which I can't say for some odd reason. And I can, personal for me, because I was bullied while I was in school. I wasn't always this big. And yeah, for a good number of years, it was a big part of my school life. So, and I understand if not trauma, the anxiety it brings and how it can affect school kids and their schoolwork and things of that sort. Granted, I still made a way to be an honor student during that time, but it was under a lot of duress. And so we can do anything to alleviate that with these kids, especially nowadays, since it may be even more enhanced with, social media and having mobile phones where, at least when I left school, like, that was it. I came home, I was somewhat in a safe space. But now, these bullies can reach kids in their home, in their rooms, in their personal space, and it can remain, that anxiety can grow over time. And that's not healthy for any of these kids. So, again, big shout out to DJ Demp for doing that and continue to do so. And, if we can do anything in the hip-hop community to help out his foundation, to keep pushing this message, I say let's do that. So we give man's props. Shouts out to my Aunt Robbie. Hey, Aunt Robbie, how you doing? Look, you may want to turn it off after this because your nephew about to get ratchet. I love you, and God is good. Now, let's talk about alcohol. Yo, I can't even front, bro. I had to do this for the culture. So, I don't know if I announced it some months ago, that Snoop and Dre decided to make their own gin and juice drink. And so, me and Fee was in Walmart one night, decided to do one for the culture. And, bro, Mikey, do you drink? You do? Bro, this all right. It's all right. And it get you right, too. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. It would get you right. And it go down smooth. I'm not getting paid for this, YouTube. It's not a paid. I paid the sales tax, so screw it. And it got a parental advisory sign on it. That's what's crazy. Okay. I ain't mean for y'all to see that. But anyway, let me. Oh, shoot. Almost choked. Too fast. See? God don't like ugly. But Robbie looking like, God didn't tell you to drink that alcohol on your podcast. Now look at you, about to choke. Oh, man. It's not me endorsing drinking alcohol, but this is a tasty drink. I came front. But I'm going to hide it because I ain't getting paid for it. Dr. ain't sending me none of his billion. Or Snoop. Shouts out to the Biggie. Speaking of Snoop and Biggie, Mikey, let me get a dun dun dun. Get some daunting sound. That'll work. Give it to me again. Hey yo. We got beef. We got beef, son. Y'all already know what it is, man. We're going to get into it. I'm not even finna mess around. I gave Demp his props. I gave Snoop and Dre his props. Let's get into it, man. Bring up that Kendrick. Oh, snap, dog. Oh, snap, bro. Y'all, I'm not finna get into it. I'm finna disappoint each and every one of you guys if you think I'm finna go and say anything that you remotely want to hear right now. I'm not. Well, first I gotta take it back. Of course, today, Kendrick dropped song Euphoria on YouTube. And man, let me, I forgot, I haven't been here in 2 weeks. I apologize, y'all. So before the Kendrick drop, there was another drop from Drake called Tailor Made, where he decided to use, this was a Snoop come in at, decided to use the AI vocal distortion thingamajig to conjure the spirit of Tupac Shakur and Snoop to take shots at Kendrick in a second diss. I guess he figured he'll do the same thing he did with Meek Mills and drop 2 disses in a row. See if that works. And that ended up with a desisting cease letter for Tupac. Not his family per se. I guess whoever runs his estate. They said, hey, yo, you can't use Tupac voice like that. You got to chill. Kendrick the homie. Literally, they said Kendrick the homie. Like, you got to relax. So, I honestly thought it was a bad move on Drake's part. Like, I get what he was trying to do, but yeah, it's just bad for the culture, bro. Like, what you doing? Like, you Drake. You already Drake, man. You ain't got to go and get pop. And I get you trying to embarrass Kendrick because he's from the West Coast, so you feel you get these West Coast OGs to really get at him. It would have been ill if you just would have got Snoop to say something off top. But to go and get AI, especially since you already put out a cease and desist for people using your vocals in these AI remakes of whatever, this ain't sit well. So I just thought it wasn't a good move in the context of things. I get what he was trying to do though. I ain't mad at that. But yeah, bro. So anyway, so what we got? Drop and Give Me 50, which was dope. Then you had the Tailor Made, which is all right, but the AI joint just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And then the funny thing was, today I was at work. Actually, I was on my lunch break, and I was telling myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to give it up. Pause. That Kendrick ain't gonna do it. Hey yo, he just not gonna drop, bro. There's no need to worry about it. He's not gonna do anything. And honestly, in my mind, I felt like it doesn't change anything. It doesn't. If he don't drop, I mean, he still got his song. Same thing with Drake. All right, he dropped the 2 songs, but this battle is not gonna change how I feel about his music or Kendrick's music. You know what I mean? It's to me, this is isolated versus against their legacy. So it's whatever. So I had chopped it up. I was like, yep, Kendrick's gonna have to take this L. It's all good. And then boom. Next thing you know, shouts out my man Oplex for putting it in the Set the Bar mixed show Facebook page. I was like, oh, I guess I spoke too soon. Way too soon. And yeah, man. Now I'm not gonna play it because I don't want YouTube to come back later. Be like, you gotta take this down. Like, man, forget y'all. So I'm not gonna do for the DJ academics, give a whole breakdown. Nah, first of all, this is an Enigmasept hour. It'll take me an hour and a half to break down everything. But I will say this, man. It was dope. It was dope. The way I explained it to Fee, I was like, Kendrick kind of came through like a therapist, a therapy session. It just broke that man down. Like, bro, this is your character, bro. Like, you're a narcissist. You're selfish. Well, he said he called himself selfish. You're a liar. You're a deceiver. You don't take care of your kid half the time. I ain't gonna front. That's what hit me. That's what hit me. He was just like, he was like, yo, you know I ain't got time for this because I got to raise my son. But not you, though. Why? Because your son live in France with his mama. He just come over for the summer like you used to do with your daddy. Did y'all catch that? No, you didn't because y'all was too worried about, he didn't come hard enough. Anyway, pause on all of that. I got to be fair. Any critiques? Apparently, the main critique when it came down to this track is that I guess Kendrick didn't come hard enough on the track, which I was kind of confused. I'm like, what do you gotta do? Y'all want to get all Busta Rhymes on the track? Like, even though my wife did explain to me, she was just like, no, he did his thing. Lyrically, he was aggressive, but we was looking kind of like for Mona Lisa Kendrick, not the Heart Kendrick. Like, all right, I get it. Yeah, you want to control Kendrick. You know what I mean? Not Money Tree Kendrick. I get it. I can see that. And also, too, another complaint that I saw was that a lot of the things that Kendrick spoke on was things that had already been spoke about. But I went back and listened to Drop and Give Me 50, and the same thing. Like, if you're a fan of Kendrick, I'm pretty sure you typed in how tall he is and found out he was like 5'6". Like, that ain't nothing new. You know? Like, I don't think any of them gave these blockbusters. Like, this wasn't tick, tick, tick. You know what I'm saying? It made it 666. You know what I'm saying? You are hiding a child. Like, it wasn't none of that from either one of them. So this idea that this track wasn't on par because he didn't give us any salacious details, I find it ridiculous. Like are y'all chatty baddies? Chatty patties? Are y'all listening to diss tracks for rumors and salacious lies? I mean, what? Are you listening for bars? I'm trying to let me know. Like, seriously, I'm not even being joking. Like, seriously, want to know. Like, do y'all want like a rapping TMZ? Y'all just want these cats to exchange bars and go after each other? Who knows? I can say both of them did a decent job. I like both tracks. I'm biased. Kendrick, of course, is in my top 5, so I'm not even going to front as if, I'm not going to lean more towards Kendrick. That's just because I like his style, so that's obvious. One man, you might as well say Kendrick. No, he said Drake won the first round, but they both didn't give it their all. Because you know why? Because they don't have to. It goes back to what I said before. No, I take it back. I didn't say this. I will say this. Well, go ahead. Go back to what I said before. They've already established. This isn't them vying for a spot. Their legacies are established. Like, we gotta understand, Pac and Biggie didn't live to see 30. And even with Nas and Jay, by the time they got into their joints, they had just got to 30. You know what I mean? But, like, right now, Drake and Kendrick are, it should make a lot of sense to people, especially with last night. They're in the same space where LeBron and Steph Curry and KD is at right now. Like, they still can play. They still are, relevant in the game. They still can, change the game in some type of way, but it really doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter that they're not in the playoffs right now because they've already established their legacies. They all got rings. So if they get kicked out the playoffs early, who cares? So again, rather if Drake or Kendrick win, quote unquote, this battle, it doesn't matter. The Pimp a Butterfly is still one of the greatest albums of all time. Nothing Was the Same is still gonna be the great album it is. 2014, what's the joint? Mikey, help me out, bro. Mikey, I don't want you to see. What's 2014? Why was it Lakeshore Drive? Whatever J. Cole joint was. Like, these albums are solid. They are in the hip hop stratosphere as being, dare I say it, use the word, classics. All right? Whether people think they're classics or not, they're solid. Take Care. Good Kid, Mad City. Like, they got great music. They really don't have to do this. It's really kind of irrelevant, if you will. So I think this ideal of them trying to knock each other out, for what? It doesn't change anything. So, all right, I'm going to say my little piece just so you know I'm going to come at you. But other than that, I ain't got to do that. Now, honestly, it go back to J. Cole and him bowing out of it. It's like, bro, what does this prove? If it was 2011, 2012, or even 2013, especially 2013, when Kendrick dropped the control, was really the genesis of all this shit. Had they did this then it may matter because their legacies hadn't been established yet. But they established their legacy, so this really don't mean shit. It don't. So if it feel like they some old dogs in the fight, it's because they some old dogs in the fight. They lost their teeth. They lost that energy, that will go to. Like, we got kids to raise, bro. We got kids to raise. I'm not finna go that hard on you. Because honestly, I ain't gonna be able to back it up. I'm not finna risk my freedom for you. K-Dot is not finna go to the T-Dot, not finna go to the 6 to look for Drake. And Drake ain't finna go to Compton to look for Kendrick. It's not gonna happen. It's all words. So, and then also too, it's just, all right. Like what, and then also too, what can one say anyway? We know everything about Drake, and we honestly don't know anything about Kendrick anyway. So, again, that's why it's almost like boring. Oh, he already said that before. Because we already know it. Drake put everything on Front Street. And on the flip side, Kendrick keep everything on lock, which is probably good too. Drake ain't really got nothing to say. And Kendrick even said, oh, you trying to look for dirt? I see you. Oh, which to me is like petty, bro. Like, looking, we got investigators in the game now. Just spit what you know. Pause. Fuck out of here. Anyway, enjoy the music. And all y'all just shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm done with this shit. What else we got? Cause I don't wasted too much time on this dumb shit. God damn. It's liquor talking to me now. Tired of these niggas. Speaking of, shouts out to Chris Brown though. Chris Brown came with that heat. Chris Brown didn't care. So last week, Chris Brown dropped a diss record on Quavo, and I think the general consensus with that is that Chris Brown has dropped the hardest diss track of 2024 so far. So what we gonna say? Shouts out to Chris Brown. I don't know. I thought Quavo joint was interesting. The second joint. I think the first joint he was trying to. Oh, what was the first one? I think the first joint he was trying to like rap, and it just didn't come off. So he went back to his own style, and it was interesting because I don't think I ever heard like a battle rap in like the not Gucci, the whatever the Quavo rap type sound. The singy longy, it was like, yo, but he was saying shit. He was saying some shit. He was getting that Chris. I ain't gonna front. Quavo was getting that Chris. But I thought it was interesting. He had to go back to his old style to do it, but it didn't come off as aggressive or as aggressive as Chris, who was just straight spitting bars at him. So, yeah. That was interesting. Shouts out to Chris Brown, at least for spitting raps. Before I get into the last thing, though, shouts out to Nas and Premier dropping the Find My Name. Man, that felt good. Apparently they're going to drop a album, long awaited Primo and Nas album. Jeez. And speaking of new albums, also I'd be remiss to mention that, speaking of top five rappers, my top five rappers rather, Eminem is dropping a new album, The Death of Slim Shady, and I only pray that Primo left some of those beats for M. Please, Rush the 5'9", so it's you to connect. I don't want to hear no new style beats, Eminem. Marshall. Shouts out to him in the draft. Shouts out to Detroit Lions for picking up a young man from Tallahassee. I can't think of his name right now. I went to school with his uncle. I think it's his uncle. I went to school with his mama. Tam. Shouts out to Tam. Tarian. That's his name? Tarian Arnold? Shouts out to Tarian Arnold. Forgive me if I mispronounce his name. He got drafted by the Detroit Lions, so big up Tallahassee. And I knew it was Arnold. I know his mama from high school. Anyway, yeah, last but not least, speaking of all of this beef one person that participated in the beef is the Weeknd, but he also participated in another type beef. It was reported that he sent $2 million in humanitarian funds to help feed Palestinians in Gaza Strip during the conflict. And actually, this is the second flow of $2 million. Apparently, he sent like $2.4 million back in December. Now, what's been happening too is there's been protests across the country in different college campuses, seemingly starting in, I think, Columbia University, and it's starting to spread like wildfire. It really reminds me of the Occupy Wall Street movement back in like 2012. People just camping out, literally in camps, basically talking about or protesting the government, and in particular, a Democratic president giving aid. At Occupy Wall Street was essentially about the federal government headed by Barack Obama giving money to Wall Street and not to the people who they felt like really needed the funds. And then now you have people who believe that the United States should not be sending funds to Israel in regards to the conflict between Israel and Hamas. And I just found it interesting. Be careful, E, they watching. Anyway, I had to break silence because I'm about to get real serious. Because it's a lot of nuances to it, of course. And one end, well, I will say this. Now, I feel safe about saying this. I definitely believe in the First Amendment right to freedom of speech and the freedom to give a redress of grievances to your government. That's protected. And so to see these various colleges and universities where it should be a beacon of freedom, beacon of expressing ideas, open ideas, to see some of these universities take steps to supposedly suppress some of these voices, it's kind of disheartening. And just looking at history, rather if you go back to the 60s, the 70s, even the 80s with protests against apartheid in South Africa, and then the aforementioned Occupy Wall Street protests and various protests across college campuses. I would think that these universities officials would be more mindful, because typically these students aren't on the wrong side of history. Usually these protests aren't on the wrong side of history. And so, yeah, I would just hope that they be more mindful and allow people to express themselves the way, especially if they're doing it peacefully. All right, the lawn gonna be messed up. I get it. The maintenance man, the yard maintenance people on campus gonna be really pissed off that the grass that he done worked on for the past 30 years is gonna be jacked up. I understand that, but people dying on both sides. People dying, and so they ain't playing the both sides scenario. Both sides dying, but there's one side that's dealing with famine. Famine. Man-made famine, not wind came through and killed all the crops. Bombs were dropped and killed any and all supplies in hospitals. And so therefore, I can understand why people would be concerned. Rather who's right or wrong, at the end of the day, people are dying. And I know there are steps being taken to try to bring some type of peace, and it seems like it's not coming fast enough. But at the end of the day, I just don't understand coming down on people who are just concerned about human beings being able to live and not being afraid to die, especially kids. I think I read one statistic, like 1 in 10 children in that area are dying an hour, or 10 children are dying an hour in that area. That's ridiculous, especially if we know about it. I see if it's being suppressed, and some people may say some of the news have been suppressed, but we know about it. And of course, not just happening in Gaza, it's happening in Congo, and other areas in the world. But with the conflict in Israel, I think what people are pressed about is that there are funds coming out of our pockets that may be or is contributing to kids dying. It just don't sit well with people. So if the least they want to do is speak on that, allow that. Especially if we're going to do it peacefully. All right? So, yeah. And also, too, I'm going to say this and get up out of here. That's why, really, I can give a fuck about a Drake and a Kendrick. Because real conflict is happening right now, and real people are fighting for real issues right now. And honestly, that's where your mind should be at. Fuck this petty ass vocal shit. Musical Olympics. Who give a fuck? People dying. Kids dying. People, whole families getting wiped out. On the flip side, it's people that lost, people that joined a concert, got swept away by some crazy people with a jacked up ideology, and decided that violence was the key. That's not fair either. That's what's real in the world. Give a fuck about the fuck happening in Toronto and who's spending money on what. Fuck out of here. Fuck an album. Fuck a mixtape. All that shit. Let's talk about what's real. Anyway, speaking of what's real, let me bring my brother in here, man. I don't waste too much time. I'm going to go ahead and play this next track. I'm going to go back, man, and give my boy Bobby Fishscale some love with his Frank Mello track. And then we're going to be here with Avèk La'mou. This is the Enigmasept Hour Podcast. You got time, baby?
Hey,
Frank Mello,
yeah,
mother,
hey,
beat.
going in no hood, that's the Fishscale way. 25, 16 zips, that's above a plate. Broke mama whole stove, had to use the microwave. First day of school, got suspended 21 days. Used to brush my hair a lot, had 21 ways. Just to brush my teeth and call the fish 31K. Came a long way from Dirty Jit, who ain't never bathed. Now I get a 30 clip just to hit the fucking stage. Now I got the whole world knowing Tuesday chicken day. I used to hit different dorms, but I never was afraid. Soon as I hit the gate, bitch, I went and bought a blade. I see a lot of demons, so I wear a lot of shades. I wear a lot of shades just to hide a lot of pain. Throw my plastic bag on the shoes every time it rain. Made it to the rap game, bitch, but I could never change. Still J-Pay videos to the chain gang. Fucking with Coraline's, got my dog in confinement. Went from rocking up rocks to rocking lots of diamonds. Come through the hood, look for fish, bitch, you can't find me. Thought I had a deal for the deal, I was really grinding. I was really grinding, I was really trapping. I used to make a band off a 30-cent napkin. You were not grinding, you were not trapping. Bitch, we know the truth, you just really out here acting. So much gold on my neck and my wrist. Plug calling me, trying to get me 2 bricks. Diamond talk, got my diamonds talking lots of shit. 3 o'clock in the morning, hood sleeper in the bitch. I'm in the A on the bluff, but I don't bluff about shit. Do your research, fish really sold fish bricks. I really went and got the plug, then we had the hood lit. Going in no hood, that's the Fishscale way. 25, 16 zips, that's above a plate. Broke mama whole stove, had to use the mic.
microwave. First day of school, got suspended 21 days. Used to brush my hair a lot, had 21 ways. Just to brush my teeth and call the fish 31K. Came a long way from Dirty Jit, who ain't never bathed. Now I get a 30 clip just to hit the fucking stage.
All right, boom, 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 and we back. It's your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept, our podcast. What you just heard was Bobby Fishscale with Fishscale Way. Before we get into it, man, my bad YouTube. I see y'all over there. Shouts out my man Duck, a.k.a. Mo Mackey was in the building. My man DJ Full Effect was in the building. And my cuz, Big Sawdust in the building. Cuz, what's up, man? What's up? But yeah, man, without further ado, got my man, soul extraordinaire, singer, lover of all things soulful and funky and right. None other than my man, Avèk La'mou. What's up, my boy?
Yo, what's going on, big brother?
I'm gonna be like you when I grew up.
Why you say that there?
Cause you got them shades. I got these damn raccoon eyes. I look damn crazy.
Hey man, you know I had to bring the stuff. This is me all the time.
All right, no doubt. I forgot. Shout out to my little bro Fred. He in the comments. Talking about Rick High. You know what I mean? So, you went to Rickers, eh?
Yeah, I went to Rickers. 13.
Mikey, I told you don't trust.
Chimley Road.
Don't trust them Southside niggas, man. So Mikey, don't trust those Southside niggas. Nah. Shouts out to AD. Shouts out my man Darian. We out you. Hey, girl, I'm about to read your name from the thing. Hey, Lillian. I don't know who no Faye is. I know Lillian. Your mama named you Lillian. I'm gonna call you Lillian. Again, Rick High, Southside. Y'all know what it is. Yo, before we get into it, I gotta give my man a problem. Let me look at y'all. Let me see y'all. Look, so this past weekend, you good? This past weekend, they had
Sankofa.
Sankofa. I'm gonna say music festival. I think it was over at the
Tallahassee
Nights Live Oratory Performing
Arts Center.
Shouts out to Doc D. And my man's, I got there. I told y'all I didn't do the Underground Railroad because I had some money to get. That was a lie. It just didn't happen. I'm not gonna get into it. But I had this bright idea. I was like, I want to bounce over to see Avèk perform. So like, let me go ahead and get over here, go and do that. I had some time to spend. Fee was out here. I know what Fee was doing.
She was cooking, wasn't it?
No, she wasn't cooking.
She wasn't?
No, she was at the Delta probate.
Oh yeah.
Which it was so many Deltas that crossed this past weekend. I had to check to make sure I ain't crossed.
My sister said it. I think she said it was 72.
78.
Oh yeah, something.
78 Deltas.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had to check to make sure I ain't crossed. I was like, was I up there on the stage? It seemed like everybody else.
Yeah, my sister came into town and I couldn't even get a chance to see her because she was up there doing Delta stuff all day.
Yeah, man.
It was all day long because it was so many people.
Bro, I had I got at least 3 family members. So shouts out to Aunt Ava, cousin Ava, and my cousin Roshannon, and a number of other just homegirls. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it would have been crazy. Shouts out to the Deltas out there.
The good Deltas, the good sisters, man.
All 85,000 of y'all just crossed this past Saturday. Anyway, so Fee was at the Delta probate. I decided to check out my man Avèk. Mm-hmm. Pulled up, and you gave me what I've witnessed your best performance. Mm-hmm. And I was thoroughly, I think you already know this. Anybody that's been talking to me for the past weekend knows that I was thoroughly impressed. I've been telling everybody, I'm like, look here. Like, he'll been on the show before. If you haven't recognized yet, about 2 years ago now, He came on.
2021.
It may have even 2019 so far.
No, it was 20. I think we did something.
The first time he came on.
The first time I came on was definitely 20.
Maybe even 2018. That was one
Yeah,
of the first shows.
2018, like my first album.
Yep.
That I put out.
So if you haven't recognized, Joedi Summerville has transformed into Avèk La'mou gracefully. And so I've been following this man for a minute. He been, in the same spheres or whatever. Again, it's my little bro. So you always been talented, always had your own, swagger and style. And so, but, bro.
Would I put an exclamation point on it?
Couple of them. Matter of fact, you had the upside down one with the Spanish in front of it. What's it called?
I was saying Español.
Oh, okay. Español. Okay. I thought it was a name for it. I was like, it's been a long time since I was in the IB program. I was an IB student, y'all. Hard to believe, I know. But yeah, bro. But man, you killed it, bro. And then not only that, not only did my man kill it, but he did it in front of, I won't say a different crowd, but definitely. Normally, we do showcases. And I say we because we've been in the same spaces. So you kind of get some of those familiar faces. And not to say what you haven't done, because I don't know every aspect of go ahead. The times I've been around you, it's been people that we were kind of familiar with.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or a certain type of crowd. So to me, this was the first time seeing you in kind of an expanded crowd, really not a crowd that was just filled with a lot of people that
we know.
We're familiar with. Right.
Yeah.
But not only that, speaking of familiarity, my man's performed with none other than Cody ChestnuTT.
Yeah. Yeah.
How was that, bro?
It was amazing. He actually coached me throughout the whole process. He was at every rehearsal that we had, and it was just dope. Because the first time I heard of Cody was one of my favorite rappers, Big Crit.
Yeah.
His album back in 2013, which a year before that is when Cody actually released the album that the two songs that I performed were off of. So it was just dope. Like, and what was really crazy is I never thought I would run into him.
Right. Ever.
Probably eventually because of what I do. I know I'm gonna be huge. I'm already big, but it's just like I know I'm gonna be bigger than what I am now. Way bigger than I am. This guy. But I didn't think I was gonna run into him that soon. So maybe like a year ago, almost a year ago, I ran into him at Publix.
Okay.
Literally,
that's so Florida.
Random at Publix, and I was like, "You Cody ChestnuTT?" He stopped, and he was like, "Yeah." And we talked for like a couple seconds, and then we just whatever, just parted ways or whatever. And
right.
I'm like, dang, I just met Cody ChestnuTT.
Right.
Whatever. And then like a whole year later, I get a call from Squeaky Miller. Shout out to Squeaky.
Shout out to Miss Squeaky.
She, her and Lily Forbes, but Squeaky was the one who suggested that I actually do the tribute to Cody because of, the arena that I'm in as far as musically and stuff matches up with what he does in a lot of ways. And Lily was like the first note she heard of my voice, she knew I could do it. So because of Squeaky, that's how I got on the show.
Okay.
And Lily was like, yeah. So yeah, I got the. I didn't know he was gonna perform with us until I want to say the day before or the day of. So it was just dope that he actually got up there and did the last song with me. Right. No,
it was beautiful, dog.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Shouts out to Fifi said, proud of you, Avèk. That's dope. Yeah. And it was dope. Shoot. Now, also too, I mean, not only was he in the building, but you also had Kendra Foster. You know what I'm saying? Who was also shout out to my man Oplex and Mo Mackey. You know what I'm saying? They had her as a guest on their podcast. I think sometime last year. But she's a Grammy Award winning artist. You know what I mean? So to have and amongst all the artists that was there, shout out to my man Jeff. You know what I'm saying? He was doing this thing. Everybody else that was there performing, I can't even name them all because I get in trouble.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. It's always dope seeing Kendra. It's so like I be singing her songs like I wrote them myself.
And he can, because he can. But yeah, bro, like just seeing you up there, man, was just especially with all that happening. You know what I mean? The lights was bright. You know what I'm saying? Again, shouts out to Doc D for having that venue, you know what I mean, for artists like yourself to perform. But yeah, man, you killed it, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
Golly. I had to say it. So much so that I had to have my man on the pod. You know what I mean? Because it was just like that dope. So, also too, let me just get into it because I think this is the first time you've been on the pod since the name change?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
This is the first time.
So let's get into that. Again, those who know are in the know that he's been on the pod a number of times as Joedi Summerville, but a man went through a transition. Not that type of transition. Y'all relax. Nothing wrong with that. Shouts out to all my trans people out there. But yeah, man, went through a transition, a spiritual more so transition to Avèk La'mou. So if you can tell the people, A, what's the meaning behind it, or what's the interpretation for you, and then also to what brought you along to this transformation.
Oh, well, the name, first of all, on stage is Avèk La'mou, but personally is Avèk La'mou, which means with God, power, love.
Okay.
Because it was a name that I would say that I created, but also was given to me in a way by via my spiritual practice, via God, Mami Wata, and the ancestors, and my spirit team, and everybody just gave me that name. Of course, we talk about the Haitian ancestry and everything of that nature, and it's just one of those things that kind of wanted to pay respect in that aspect to that. Yeah. And also with God power is like saying with God power and love, that's my driving force.
Right.
You feel me? So that's what that name means. And I feel like I walk with that essence because whenever I go into a room, it just...
It's already, it flourishes, it leaves before you.
Yes.
So you just walk into it and then reside in it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the explanation, a short, brief explanation behind the name. How I got there is because, man, I just felt this pull to do something different. I felt this pull to really push out what was inside of me. Joedi Summerville is definitely a person that still exists in a way, but I felt that I was driving away from that person that came with that. And I feel like Avèk La'mou, Avèk La'mou is definitely me. When people have conversations with me, they always end up kind of being deep. They always kind of have like this, tool. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted something to represent that, and I got there by just, like I said, it was just like this pull. I went through a lot of different transformations, a lot of different shedding of things, and now I'm here. I went through a lot of stuff, man, from losing cars to losing people,
right?
Losing, and I don't even want to call it a loss. Me and my therapist talk about this all the time. She always says, shout out to Empress Ty. She probably not on here, but she always talks about, do you want to look at it as like a loss or releasing something? When you release something, you're allowing that energy to drive away from you. When you're losing something, you hold it on. It's still kind of like you holding on to it.
Right.
You're not able to let that energy go. So
Even if you don't have it.
Yeah, releasing is just
basically it's the tension between not wanting to have something go and the lack of tension with letting it go and having that choice.
Yeah. So choosing to release something is that's what it is. So those things that I released from me in turn gave me back the things that I actually needed and the desires of my heart. You feel me? I know I'm kind of maybe all over.
You all right? I'm finna get in my bottom chakra.
Yeah. So that's what
I like releasing
that's
things.
how I got
you know what I'm saying? Release is good. I do it on purpose.
You working out that sacral chakra. That's what that is. Yeah, man.
Nah, let me had to bring it down a little bit. When it was going up here, he was getting 200, 3,000. Had the big boy real quick.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, shouts out to funeral procession for Rico Wade, man. That was beautiful. Y'all did a beautiful job. That's dope, man. I feel kind of bad because, I changed my name clearly, and I was kind of nefarious. So I just I'm tricking you niggas. That's why I'm an enigma. Y'all can't figure me out.
Well, we need tricksters.
I don't want to be. What, you calling me low key now? I'm a trickster.
No, I mean,
I don't want to be low key.
In essence, tricksters are needed because they are the ones who actually teach lessons in a way that it's an unconventional way. I don't look at tricksters as being bad.
All right. That was a good trick to make me feel better about my name choice.
You'll learn something from a trick. It's like having a riddle, like Aesop's fable.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely what the deal is. I mean, also too, because the main thing was in my music, I like to leave Easter eggs, Kendrick, and and so the idea was Enigma is just that the music is set up to leave little, nuggets. Exactly. So yeah. It means naming yourself with purpose. Yeah.
You gotta have a name that makes sense.
Young Thug. I said it. He didn't say it. I said it. Naming yourself with some purpose. I want to get into one aspect, what you mentioned about your therapist, but first of all, we're going to get into the music. Don't look at that screen. Look at that screen, because that screen is...
it's off. It's off.
you can look at that screen because you got the shades on. I look crazy. I'm looking up.
I'm looking at 3 different screens. Where's my camera?
Shouts out to Shelby. Yeah, I already talked about Kendrick. I want to say something else, but I'm not going to be messy. Anyway, we're going to get into these tracks. Whoa!
I don't know nothing about that.
I'm about to be messy.
You trying to cut up.
I'm about to get my own self in trouble.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Shelby, my sister, and she love me. So,
anyway. Get us out of here.
I get myself in trouble. Her ain't no sisters and her brothers pulling up on me. What you said about my sister on the podcast? All 18 of them. I'm joking, Shelby. I know it's like 10 of y'all. I'm joking. Shouts out to your mama. She's a beautiful woman.
Nothing you got going on, y'all. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Blame the gin and juice. It's the gin
endorsement.
And juice. Ain't no endorsement.
Wait a minute.
They ain't giving
That's
me no
Snoop's,
money.
right?
Yeah. Shh. Look at West Coast. You know what JC gonna say.
I was gonna say, shout out to JC.
You know what he gonna say. I was in there in spirit. Y'all had to talk about it.
I told you this spiritual shit be working.
Yo, he sounded like,
I told y'all be looking at me crazy. Y'all be looking at me crazy.
Yo, I told shenanigans. I told y'all, this Underground Railroad, we gonna bring it. Yo, let me get to these tracks, man. I got this. This You For Me, the lead single on your new project, and then Amazing. So I'm just gonna play snippets because we ain't got all day. But you will get the full version during the audio podcast. So y'all just wait for that. So right now this is You For Me and Amazing, right? I just said it right. With my man Avèk La'mou. I'm not gonna say the middle name because I ain't not pronounce it yet. Here on the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. You got time, baby.
It's true. It's not just what you say, it's you. And everything you do, said I'm so in love with you. Said I tried, and everyone can see in my eyes. And girl, I put my pride aside to let you know the truth, that I'm so in love with you. 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 I'm so in love, in love, in love. Searching for something deep. I hope I reap what I sow. Yeah. So many things I wanna keep, but God changed everything I know. Somebody help me. Tell me where is this healthy? I've learned and I've grown. Yeah, amazing grace. How sweet the sound. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Yeah. Draw me near, my God, too deep. Yeah. My vision is getting clearer. Oh.
All right, boom, 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 and we back. It's your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour podcast. What you just heard was You For Me and Amazing from none other than Avèk La'mou. And, God,
Yeah.
love that shit, bro. Especially that Amazing, Joe. I already told you.
Did you cry?
I don't think I cried.
You thought about it.
I thought about it. It was definitely the feels, bro. It was definitely the feels. Felicia said, wow, love that last track. Both were nice. Yeah,
Thank
nah. Yeah. I told you while we was playing the joints, like, yeah, you can go ahead and package that and send that to these radio stations, especially these adult 40 joints.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that joint need to be played during the Key Sweat Hotel after he just vocally molested somebody's auntie.
Now we gonna slow it down.
They gonna slow it down.
Play some cleansing music. This one is from Avèk La'mou here on the Sweat Hotel.
Now we back from the Sweat Hotel. We got Vivian on the line. Vivian. Hey, Keith, I love you, and I cheated on my man because he wasn't doing me right, and I just want to say sorry. Damn, baby, that was a lot for the radio, but just know that Uncle Keith love you. I don't want you to be my uncle because I love you, Keith. We about the same age. Oh, okay. Well, just know I love you just the same. Thank you, Keith. I'll talk to you later in my dreams. Anyway. I might be a fan. Or just was stuck in a bus driving for the 3 hours and
In the Sweat Hotel.
Was stuck. Man, I tell you, I know you got "You for Me" as the lead single. It's fucked up. You didn't have me do the photography for the cover. I'm joking. Shout out my man T Porter.
Golly,
that's my bro. I'll say this. Look here. I ain't got a problem if y'all go and get another photographer to do shit. Just make sure they do it better than I can do it. Now, if you get somebody that's fucking trash, that's what I'm judging you. Like, I know you lying.
Nah, Porter's
but Porter, he my little big bro. He my big bro because he bigger than me.
Yeah,
and he my big bro because he been doing this. Yeah, but I'm still OG with this gray in my beard. So, but nah, shout out to T Porter, man.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing track, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was the science behind that?
I had always wanted to work with this producer named Darrell Banks out of Virginia, and I finally was able to work with him, and that's one of the instrumentals that I heard, and literally like that was like I said, I be on, I do my spiritual thing, my lifestyle, because it's not just a thing. It's like I live this for real, and so that's like my conversation with God. It's like when I told you about the transformation that I had, that is like a remnant of kind of what I felt, and that's what came out in the music.
Okay.
So like, even like with think about Cody has "Till I Met Thee," and in those lyrics he talks about walking down a road, and he found God,
right,
or whatever, and his life got changed or whatever. So that is like a conversation. Like, amazing is a conversation of the grace that I found doing what I do, living the lifestyle that I live, and that conversation with God, like, oh man, like I get it now.
Hey, that's a great feeling.
Yeah,
that's a great feeling to have that epiphany, if you will.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Let's see. As far as the project, when does it drop, and what can we expect from it?
Man, to be honest with you, we don't know. It's just this
Leave
thing.
It in God's time.
Yeah.
Low key.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, man. We just whatever. I'm in a space where whatever I feel to put out, and that's resonating.
Yeah.
I'm putting it out.
Okay, bet.
It's just putting it out. I do have a project that song "Amazing" would definitely go on. But for right now, like any extra music that you hear is just because I'm in that space of I have to release this stuff because I've had it. Because I had it laying around, or it's just really going after, like, saying, you know what? I'm really amazing at this. Shameless plug. I'm really amazing at this, and I just need to get this off.
Hey, yo, again, bro. You knew what you was doing right there. You gotta chill.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
All right, bet it up. I know.
Did
you text him?
No, I did not. I think I sent him the live.
He talking about the gym. He don't care, JC. Right? Not the physical, talking about the spiritual right now. All right, real quick. Yeah. So, well, they can find these two songs in the public.
Everywhere.
All right, so yeah, y'all go ahead, hit that Spotify, hit that Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? Hit them downloads. Not just play it, hit them downloads.
Yeah.
All right.
Buy it, please.
Before we get up out of here, two things. A, you can real quickly explain how therapy. Cause I know without conversations, you speak about that freely. How has therapy played a part in your especially your music nowadays?
Oh man! First off, shout out to Soul Care Collective, which is the group that I go to, the organization, the collective that practice that I go to as far as therapy goes. Founded by Omi, who's actually masters. She got her grad from FAMU and studied under Baba Denard, like a lot of people have who are into black psychology and spirituality that live here in Tallahassee. So shout out to Baba Denard as well. But yeah, man, I had the opportunity to actually work with her for a year, and it just opened up my mind to seeing things in a different way where you could, because at Soul Care is holistic therapy. Right. It isn't just about the mind. Right. Because if all of
even
this,
being clinical is more so how everything flows.
Yeah. Because if one thing is off, then everything's gonna be off. So you gotta have the whole person. So what's done is really showed me how to align everything up where I can process things in a better way and not avoid them in a way. That's what's been helping me to more so gain confidence back and also believe in the things that I actually know about myself, really strengthen my intuition in a way because there was a lot of times where I would second guess myself. Right. And so now that I've moved on and I work with Empress Ty now, my therapist, same thing, holistic therapy, but it's more so of an action thing now. So you put in, you can do it. Now it's, nigga, do it.
Word. Let's get to it.
So she's very like, yeah. Right. So it's
action forward, being progressive.
So it's like a building block. People think you go into therapy and you just be fixed like that.
Yeah, nah.
Nope. It's an everyday process. So it's meditation. I was going to group therapy every week where we would have like these meditations. It's called Yoga Nidra, where you basically kind of go into this state of like laying down and you breathing and you visualize. Right. Helps clear your mind. Next thing you know, you do that over and over and over and over again. You be at, and you can just go right back to it.
Get that enlightenment.
Yeah. So that's how it's been helping
Reaching that nirvana.
Yeah. That's how it's been helping me. In brief. Yes.
All right, bet that out. Appreciate you, my boy. And then we can close this out. You can let people know how they can find you on these socials.
You can find me at theaveklamou, TheavekLamou. You could also follow my fashion page at Luxurious Looks. That is with 2 S's and an underscore. Follow the EWL Show Pod on Instagram. You can also follow the Everything with Love Show, which is where I post all of my show content that I have when I host and all that stuff like that. And other than that, just type in my name. Everything will pop up. My older music is under Joedi Summerville, but if you follow me on my page, you can scroll down and see all of that shit on there.
Speaking of shit, I know you ain't come on here and endorse another podcast on my shit.
My bad. That's
Hold up,
that
bro.
was-
I
that
know
was-
you lying,
that was
dog.
mine.
I know you lying, bro.
I can't plug myself.
Not no other podcast. You crazy.
Wow.
Chill, dog.
Selling out today. I know Kendrick got you hyped, man. I love K-Dot. I love him, man. He did what
Yo,
he
I
had
really
to
felt
do.
like that track was like a therapist himself. Like you broke down, bro. You a liar. You a deceiver. You don't take care of your kid half the time. You need to get your life right, bro. Matter of fact, I think you the female. You clapping these cheeks out here with sexy red.
Oh man.
It didn't help that Drake got the little joint with the bows in his head.
Hey man, shout out to Kendrick, man.
Drake, it's okay, man. You want to express the spectrum? It's fine, bro.
Shout out to Kendrick
Be you.
Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick broke it down. Anyway, like I said, man, forget all that. There's real pressing things in this world. Not only external, but internal, like my man expressed. You know what I mean? So you can't get the world right if you can't get yourself right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My man CeeLo said you can't talk if you ain't got shit to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't go out here and tell people what to do if you ain't got nothing to say. So get your mind right.
Yeah.
Get your mind right, and let's pray for peace and tranquility in this world. Outside of that, I'm going to wrap this thing up. Shouts out to Mikey for being the whole soldier in this thing. I smell fried chicken. What the heck going on out there?
I think they were ordering food while I was sitting in the lobby.
It's disrespectful. You can't be ordering food with a fat boy in the pod.
Hey, man.
Anyway, let me get up out of here. Shouts out to Freedom Train Radio, Pat, Joe, Shelby falling through. I appreciate you. Of course, my wife, Alicia. I love you. My daughter, Mackenzie. Hopefully she's not watching this episode either. Maybe years later when she's trying to figure out who her daddy is. Shouts out my baby, Mackenzie. My godson, Jason, Kobe, Mr. John, my father-in-law, everybody, man. And the 85,000 Deltas that crossed over this past weekend. Shouts out to y'all, too.
Love the Reds. Love the good.
You know Tarif, mama.
Oh, yeah.
Shouts out to Tarif Knockout. Anyway, we can get up out of here.
One more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I want to say that Anthony Williams, when he sung Feel the Fire,
Yeah.
I've been playing that song over and over. That's my song of the week. P.O. Bryson, Feel the Fire, because of him. I had forgotten about that song. And oh my God.
I didn't think you even knew about it. You a jit, boy. You a whole that was out when I was like in third grade.
My mama 61.
Shouts out to Mama Jody. I can't even say that's my dog. I won't be disrespectful. I can't even say that's my girl. That's my mama. How about that?
Yeah, man.
I love your mama, man. She cool.
She
cool, bro. I say that wholeheartedly. I ain't even playing. Wholeheartedly. His mama support him.
She be at everything.
Yeah, everything. Well, she was at the joint, right? I was looking for her.
Yeah, she was in the
Nah,
back.
man. I really respect her, man. But anyway.
I just had to say that.
But no, yeah, he killed that.
Yeah.
He killed that. If you don't know who Anthony Williams is, he's a phenomenal singer who lives here in Tallahassee. He's toured around the world with Patti LaBelle. That's his main claim to fame.
Still.
Yeah, still. So, yeah. We got a lot going on in Tallahassee. Y'all gonna find out. Cody ChestnuTT, Kendra Foster, even though I think she just be in and out. Well, she come here often enough. Yeah. Anthony Williams, we got George Clinton. You know what I mean? Who's that?
Me?
And of course, my man's like, and that's what they even said. It was like, yo, we got new energy.
Yeah.
And this is the new energy. So Tallahassee been
May
doing
26.
it. Continue to do it. And I'm gonna continue to give y'all these artists and let y'all know who doing it and why they doing it, and just know that there's talent here in Tallahassee. So appreciate you, my boy.
Yeah, appreciate
That's my
you,
little bro. I say that with so much respect. So we're gonna get up out of here. 2:36. This is Mikey. Give Mikey his props. I'm start calling you Parks. It's kind of disrespectful, man.
Why
Mikey
you
is
call
Mikey.
him Parks?
He's young and white, bro, and he's the engineer. And I'm literally the same age as Joe Budden. Like, he owes me like a month. That's what it fits. I just don't bark in the mic like this, like you do. Anyway, let me get up out of here before I got to pay AD extra money. This is the Enigma Hour podcast. You got time, baby.